Hi, my artists. How are you today? I'm so happy to be here and give you another art lesson. What I thought we would do today is I would like you to all be artists in a different way. We are going to be architects. Does everybody remember what an architect is? I'm going to give you a second to think about that. Look around maybe for some clues. So an architect is an artist that designs buildings. We are going to go back to the medieval times and we're going to design castles. So you get to decide if you would like your castle to be held horizontal and have a long castle. Do you want to hold your paper today vertical and have a tall, skinny castle? Your choice. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk to you about number one, I sent a link to you for 25 fun facts about castles. I think you'll really enjoy it. So you can watch that, pause me and go watch that and come back if you already have. We're going to talk about different parts of the castles. So right here we have the castle opening with a drawbridge so that they could close that up if the enemy was coming. We also have these rounded parts here, or octagon parts sometimes. Those are called turrets. And up here, I don't really have any on this one, but there's little up and down sections that I've included on mine. Those are called battlements. So when they were fighting to protect their castle, they could shoot their cannons or their arrows, whatever they were doing to protect their castle, and then they could hide behind those. Sometimes they had a moat, which was either filled with water or not, so that the people would fall into either a big cavernous ditch or it could be filled with water. So I'm going to pause here right now, get my things, and you're going to go grab your things. So all you're going to need today is a piece of paper, and I'm using a Sharpie marker. You can use whatever tool you want. You want to start with a pencil to start sketching? That'll be great. Come on back when you have all your materials. I'm sorry, and you're also going to need a ruler or some sort of a straight edge so you can draw a straight line. I'll see you back in a minute. Okay, boys and girls, I have what I need and I hope you do too. What we're going to do is we're going to get started. So you decide where you're holding your paper. You want to hold it horizontal, you want to hold it vertical, your choice, you're the architect. So I'm going to start by adding some tall, skinny parts to my castle right on my paper. And I have a nice fat ruler, so I am going to start by just tracing around my ruler. That'll give me a tall, skinny area to start. Now, I really want you to be the architect. You decide how you want to make the entrance. You decide how you want yours to look. Is it an opening with some wooden structures here? Mine is closed up. It's a drawbridge here. Maybe this one is going to be open. So I am going to start to decide how I'm going to design this. I really like the pointed parts to my castle over here. So what I usually do is I find the center. I make a dot right up above. That gives me the center of the top of the point here. So I'm going to just bring this over here. Add this to come out to the side a little bit. Add this to come out to the side over here. And then I can round this up to show that it goes around. Now you get to decide if you want to add some details like this, if you want to add some scalloping around here, which is just a bunch of smiles. You decide how you want to add your details in here. I'm not going to do too much of that because I want you to to design it on your own. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to say this is going to be my center here. Maybe I'm going to have some places here where my soldiers can hide behind. Vertical, horizontal, and vertical lines. And I think I'm going to add some details down here. Maybe now I'm doing the same thing down the bottom. I'm going to stop this right now. I'm going to add a little bit of detail to mine, and I'm going to come back. I want you to do the same. Okay, everybody, I'm checking in to see how you're doing. I didn't want to go too far ahead because I wanted to give you some ideas on how to do things. So I put a center point here, and I'm going to do my opening. And I told you my other opening to my castle was closed up. Maybe I'm just adding my stonework here. And it's all jig-jag and zigzagged and not very straight because it's stone. Maybe I'm going to add some lines down here, and maybe the gate is open a little bit. Maybe I could add some lines going across here so nobody can come in. All right, so I'm just going to leave that there because I don't want to waste too much of your time. You could add some more there. So when you go to do your castle windows, you could start down here. What is the bottom going to look like? Does it have a little ledge there? Are they half circles at the top? Now let me show you a little bit about adding dimension to this. So if you want to show one side of the window to show that it goes in and it has dimension, you're going to start at the top. You're going to follow that line down on one side. See how that looks like you can see part of the inside of the window? All right, so I'm going to do that again. But what you need to remember is if you are doing that, if this dimension is on the right side of your window, it has to be on the right side on all your other windows. So I wouldn't put this one on the left side. Okay, so there's how you could do that. Maybe you're going to add some lines up here. Maybe you're going to add a flag blowing in the breeze. Maybe it has your initials on that flag. If you want to show that there is some brick on your castle and that's what your castle is made out of, and if you watched the video, most of the castles, of course, were made out of stone and brick. You're going to do a whole bunch of horizontal lines. I hope you can see that. Once you're done with that, every once in a while, you're just going to do some vertical lines. They are not going to be in like a pattern. They're just going to randomly be placed around. And that's going to give it the appearance that you have some bricks on your castle. I'm going to pull mine up closer so you can see it. I'm also going to pull it up on this one that I started for you before, so you can see that I've done some more on this castle in more detail. I didn't want to do too much with you because I want you to construct your own castle. I can't wait to see how you do them. Maybe you want to add some pencil to it and add a little bit of shading into your stonework. Maybe you want to have a knight up on the top. So I want you to come up with your own creative ways. Maybe it's on top of a mountain. Maybe it's surrounded by some water. So you show me what your castle looks like, and I can't wait to see them. Remember to show me on Flipgrid or to email me your pictures. Please make sure to include your first name, your last name, and your teacher's name. That would be a huge help to me. I hope you all have a great day, and I can't wait to see you next time. Have fun with the project. Bye.